And balance. If you watched the US Open golf tournament recently, JJ Spawn won, and Adam Schreiber, great teacher. I think he also worked with Anthony Kim. Adam, very quiet, but when interviewed, said he thought JJ Spawn had such great balance because of his use of a skateboard in his youth. It makes a lot of sense to me. If you've ever tried a skateboard, at my age, I should not have, even 15 years ago, but did. My sons enjoyed it. I didn't. But activities like that are really how we have taught balance. How do you teach balance? Well, you put somebody out of balance, put them on a teeter board and teach them the balance. Put them on a ball, that half ball, and teach them how to balance. I've even seen PGA professionals swing from balls, standing on balls. So working on balance, that is not what we have to. Putting people out of balance to teach them balance is going in the wrong direction, I believe. If you have nothing else, it's obviously the best thing that can be done. So imbalance, create imbalance to teach balance. We're going to go to balance everything and then watch what happens with activities and how that impacts balance overall. Okay, we saw knee pronation, supination. We've gone through planes of motion. Two things. Now, one is really secondary, but carrying angle. We have an angle of the body that I learned this from Dr. Melman. It's called the carrying angle. It's out of 1865 medicine. But you'll notice I get a different response, a different stance with, depending on where I go. The carrying angle is, notice they're different on both sides. This is an absence of symmetry in my core. But if you want to test this in someone, just make sure they have no back, neck, shoulder, wrist injuries. This is out of 1865, my interpretation. Well, they were looking at forearm health then. But if you stand in front of someone and have them show their carrying angle and then press down at these angles, you won't be able to move them. Move one angle, either way, and you'll push them right off, put them right off balance. Be careful as you do that. Okay. Next thing I want to look at is bite. Bite is, this is a secondary application. People will look at you sideways, so I wouldn't introduce it early on. But now my hips are rotated to my left. If I check my bite, it's on the left side. Okay. As a low core player, my bite was always in the back of my mouth. So I'll be asking you to test this briefly here in a little bit, but it is secondary. Years ago, one of our Wright Balance professionals in Seattle worked with two retired dentists. I got a handwritten letter from them saying this ought to be looked at for dental applications. Never have done anything with it, but it's an interesting observation. And I'll talk with you a little bit about why you might want to move bite, just as we might want to move heel to toe balance. Okay. We're going to do with tape. I want you to have tape on 2 fingers. So please use the tape. Now, if you're new to Wright Balance, haven't done any of this before, you can take any circular object like this, a broomstick, any bat, whatever, as long as you can get your hands all the way around. And I want you to take that object. We're going to now go through the Wright Balance Express. Now, for those of you, I ask you to bring either a 1-foot ruler or a yardstick. We're going to go to 0. So you're going to put I'm going to face on here so you can see it. We're going to go to 0 and 8 inches. So the middle of your left foot is going to go on 0. And the middle of your right foot is going to go on 8. The middle of your left foot on 0, middle of your right foot on 8. Now, I want you to grab whatever that circular object is, and you're going to grip it, baseball bat, 10-finger grip, and you're going to grip it in both hands. Now, you may see a little bit, this is called a cup, in your bottom hand. I want you, and if you're left-handed, you're going to have just the opposite, by the way. So notice how I want to flatten that bottom hand wrist. So I'm going to go here, and if you're a Wright Balance professional, use your grip size for your upper core, because we're on an upper core number. We're on the very first upper core number. So you're going to take this object, you're going to extend out. As you do, you're going to feel your shoulders rolled towards your sternum. And so here we are, 0 and 8 inches. We're going to the upper core. Flat bottom wrist on the bottom hand. Extend out. No knee flex. Absolutely no knee flex. And in through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Make sure that that bottom hand has a flat wrist. Notice the angle. Now I'm going to add knee flex, keeping my back straight, in through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. And now we're going to stand tall. And no knee flex, and bend forward. In through my nose, out through my mouth. In, no knee flex during this time. In through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. Now I'm going to add knee flex and bend forward more. You'll feel the stretch in the hamstrings here and the calves. In through my nose, keep the shoulders rolled forward, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. Now I'm going to stand tall and pull this object, if it's the bat or a broomstick, whatever. Notice my bottom hand wrist is still flat. In through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. I have absolutely no knee flex. In through my nose, out through my mouth, pinching the shoulder blades together. I add knee flex. In through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. Stand tall. No knee flex. Be careful if you have balance issues. I'm going to lean back. In through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. And now I'm going to add knee flex. Leaning back, in through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. So what I have done in a stationary position is I balance the core on the rotational plane. And depending on if you've done this only a few times, you'll see here now, when I stand, notice how much rotation I had before. Now I balance. I add knee flex, I balance. If I take one step forward, now when you do this, if it's a new student, client, you'll see subtle rotation. It'll be better, but you'll likely see subtle rotation. We'll get back to that. And now, no knee flex, I'm good. Knee flex, I'm good. And if I step forward on the left, you'll notice no knee flex, I stay very square. Knee flex, I stay very square. However, I still have rotation, I still have one shoulder and one hip. One is off. And it looks like, if I try and level these hips, they're both, one is down, one is up. Over time, you do this enough, we believe we see correction, but I don't think we see full correction. So let's look at, remember, no knee flex is back, knee flex is front. We're talking about the front of the body, front of the muscle group, back of the muscle group. Even though you may be doing planks without knee flex, you're training that area. And so you need to do the same amount with knee flex. And as we go through each exercise in subsequent sessions, you'll see that. So let's take a look. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm going to come back. I'll review it. We're going to do another session down the road, but the next one we'll start to go into detail on how to correct. Remember I said I have I'm stronger on the right side than I am the left. So if I lean into the wall, and you can just lean, you don't have to do what I'm about to do. Notice how square my hips stay. If I lean, you can see here with knee flex, without knee flex, okay? So I'm going to lean into the wall here. And as soon as I lean left, you saw no knee flex or no rotation. So my right side is stronger than my left. So I'm going to have to do some correction here. Notice how much I have. Now I can hold this position. I can be closer to the wall, but if I hold it long enough without doing anything, my hips will square up. Today, I'm going to do one arm push-ups and watch my hips. If ideally, you can see some of it, but I'm looking, this is why you need a bar, by the way. I'm looking right at about 10, and my hips are square. Okay, that's without knee flex. So, what did I correct? My shoulder is still down, but my hips are now level. So without knee flex, so this is, hold on. I'm just relaxing. So I have, when I check this way, leaning back, and I raise my fist without knee flex, I'm very, very silent. My fists are raised the same. I had knee flex, look what happened. One drops. No knee flex, they're the same. You have to be very relaxed, add knee flex, and they drop. So, generally speaking, my shoulder height is coming out of the back. And you'll notice now, yeah, my hips are down. I can feel it, the length of my hands at the side, but my hips are high. Okay? So this is in a static position. My hips are still high. My shoulders are now level. As soon as I add knee flex, you'll see the hip rise even further. So all I'm going to do now, if I go to the wall on the left side, knee flex, no knee flex, my hips are square. If I go to the wall here with the right side, no knee flex, I correct it. When I add knee flex, look where my hips go. So I'm going to do one arm again. You don't have to do push-ups. I can correct much faster by doing the one arm push-ups. Now I want you to remember while we're repairing here. Okay, and I'm square. So now look at my hips and shoulders. So on the rotational plane, standing in a static position. So for golf, for baseball, until I start to run, and you'll see why I say that in just a moment, I'm good. So I lean back, raise my hands, no knee flex, add knee flex. So you have right to left side imbalance, you have front to back. The shoulders, my experience with the shoulders is it's coming out of the back, the posterior part of the sling, and the front is coming out of the hip is coming out of the front, the anterior sling, whichever one that is. So we're going to do one more thing now. What I want you to do is I want you to walk around. And I want you to notice where we're going to go into this much more at a later time. I want you to notice where you push off with the back foot. So as I take this step, where am I pushing off? And I push off with the back foot. You'll notice that you have become a toe walker in this process. You become a toe walker because of where we moved your heel to toe balance by doing 8. We're going to close. I'll move you out of that. When we close, we're going to go, I'll put you in mid-core, and we'll do the Wright Balance Express again there in just a couple of minutes. I don't want to leave you a toe walker, but if you add a little knee flex now, and you just relax, you'll feel your weights all the way on the toes. So we have, if you're new to Wright Balance, we have 15 stance widths. We can put you on your heels. We can move you through the body, and every one of these zones. We can move you from your toes to the balls of your feet on 5 of these numbers. We can move you from the balls of your feet to the center of your arches on 5 numbers, and we can move you center of the arches back on 5 numbers, depending on where you do the Wright Balance Express, that exercise. Okay, so what you've seen is I'm square. I'm square when I take a step forward on the rotational plane. I'm square and I have no knee flex, hips and shoulders in a stationary position are square. Now, so what happens when I put my hands out, take a step forward? You will likely can see I'm no knee flex, but look where my hips are. Sagittal plane. As I move, I don't have any rotation, but I'm getting a piston-like move in the hips. So as I take a step on this side, this hip just rose. Step back, this hip rises. So there is an exercise I'm not going to show you today because of the information you're getting. I'll repair myself after we shut down the Zoom, but they're oblique exercises. I will show you in the next fitness session how to correct so we don't get this piston action and moving and piston action of the hips. So you can see that if I take a step forward, I'm not getting rotation like I got earlier, but the hips are rising. So we're getting this kind of motion, which is going to create friction. It's going to create drag, and it's going to create pain. And one of the things I haven't talked about is using this content for pain management. Spence, I don't know if Spencer's with us today or not, trains by athletes in England. And I was asking him about compliance with his athletes. He said, not only does he have compliance with his athletes, but the coaches are doing the Wright Balance Express, and they don't have this content yet. Coaches are doing it because of pain relief, just through the 8 positions that you learned here today. So I will show you in our next fitness session how to correct this piston action. So we've corrected. All it is on the wall, you'll find which side of your body is stronger because it's tugging, and you'll just need to correct. And we'll do exactly the same thing to remove the piston action, and the shoulders are going to work this way too. So as I take this step forward, my right shoulder just dropped. And you can see the action of my my body. So we don't want this extraneous action of the coronal plane. We can eliminate all that. So when you walk, you're just no shoulder movement, no hip movement. We have everything running. After running, we're going to use the exercises that you did, the Wright Balance Express, before. Then once you've done that, and we clean things out all the way around, and the body created symmetry, and after an activity, now we can come back and see, or at the end of the day, how did the events of the day, or the bench press, or the arm curls, or mowing the lawn, or riding the bike, how did that affect my core? And you will know how to repair each of those. And it's a simple isometric exercise. How to get balance. Once we have balance, as you said earlier, I believe you will find is that the original Wright Balance Express is going to hold a lot longer. Let me see if I can unmute your mics here, and we'll take some questions. Oh, we're going to put you in mid-core. I don't want to leave you on your toes all day. So let's put you on mid-core. So which is, you did the last exercise you did was on 8. That puts you on your toes. So we're going to put you just behind the balls of the feet for the center of the arches. So if you're a right balance professional, we're going to go to the black. So 10 inches on your yardstick or your ruler. We go 10 inches, left foot on 0, right foot on 10. And we're going to extend forward, roll the shoulders toward the sternum, in through your nose. Let your arms drop, keep that bottom wrist flat. No knee flex. Okay, in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now we're going to add knee flex, keeping the back straight. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through the nose, out through your mouth. Now we're going to stand tall. No knee flex. We're going to bend forward. No knee flex. And just keep your shoulders rolled towards your sternum. Let your arms drop. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now I'm going to add knee flex. And I'm going to go a little further. You'll feel the stretch in the spine, thighs, in through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And now we're going to pull that back. Notice the top wrist is flat, or bottom wrist is flat. No knee flex, pinch your shoulders together. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And now we're going to lean back. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And I think I missed one for you here. We're going to add knee flex with the shoulders pinched. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now I'm going to lean back. No knee flex. No knee flex. We're getting different positions of the core as we do this. You add knee flex, you're going to miss one or two. In through your nose, out through your mouth. If you've held this, we're there. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, last one is add knee flex in this position. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, we have moved you to a different position of the core. We were on the forward. Now, if you simply move a little bit and then add knee flex, you'll notice your weight is just behind the balls of the feet. And we're able to do that. We can basically predict where you're going to be heel to toe balance. So if you walk, you're going to notice the push off is just behind the balls of the feet. So if you're a runner, there's going to be an ideal, I believe, and we don't know which one is for you. A distance runner versus sprinter is going to be a little different. So, but let's take a look. Okay. So I'm square here, drop my hands, but I've moved to a different core zone, and look at what happened now with my hips and shoulders. This is different core zone. So I need to fix this. Also, if I have no knee flex versus knee flex, I still have. Okay. And if I take a step forward, no knee flex, I'm getting that piston action again. Add knee flex, it's still there. So we're going to fix this in our next session. Today, to finish off, again, my right side is weaker than my left. No issue with my left. So I can go here. Ideally, you can see this. No knee flex. Into the wall. No knee flex. And look at, ideally, you can see my hip rotation on that wide angle lens. So I'm going to you can hold this, it'll correct. You really do need a bar to be able to see this. Okay, that's without knee flex in the stationary rotational plane, without movement, no knee flex. And I have repaired, I believe you'll see the shoulders coming out of the back. No knee flex is back. Knee flex is front. So you likely just saw this trail hip rise. So let's fix that trail hip. So with knee flex here, again, my right side is stronger. No knee flex, I have no rotation. No rotation. So I have repaired, without knee flex, the back side of that sling. Add knee flex, and I have it. So let's take care of that. This is going to square or level my hips in the rotational plane, but not in the sagittal. So it's leveling the hips in the coronal plane this way, standing still. So here I am. You should see level hips and level shoulders right now. So no knee flex, knee flex. Take a step forward, and you'll see that I'm getting back to that piston action. So movement. We'll fix this. I'll show you how to repair it the next time. So you should be moved into the mid-core. At 10 inches is going to put you just behind the balls of the feet. 8 inches, as you recall, put you out on your toes. Let's see. I think this is the first time I've been able to mute mics.